Well, before play at Lord's, the Sky Sports pundits discussed Ollie Robinson's apology over historical racist and sexist posts on social media. He apologised after yesterday's play.
You know, I was pretty depressed when I left the ground last night for the reasons that you state, that it should have been a day to celebrate with the crowd back, and also for Ollie Robinson. That should have been the greatest day of his cricketing life, and he ends up giving a shamefaced apology at the end of the day, a humiliating apology. So I was pretty depressed by the whole thing. I thought it was a distressing story on so many levels. One, that the tweets were there from 8, 9, 10 years ago. 2, that somebody's trawling through these tweets from a decade ago. 3, that he's been around the England team now for the best part of the year, and nobody has thought perhaps to look at his social media footprint.
Yes.
And fourthly, that it ruined the day for him. So it was a totally distressing story.
I wasn't overly sure that he'd read the statement prior to reading it out on air, which was a little bit concerning from my point of view. It's an England cricket statement, it's an ECB statement from the team. I'd rather have heard something from the heart from Ollie Robinson, to be honest, and that statement could have been put out to the press and put out to everyone, but I just would have rather heard something from him that came from the heart about what he'd done and how wrong it was. He's got to be helped through this and just be taught that this is wrong. That was wrong back then, it's still wrong now, and let's try and give him some help.
Those kind of things do have an impact upon a team. They certainly have an impact upon the individual. He'll feel that everybody is watching him, that all the cameras are on him, and you have to be very mentally tough to come through that. And it will have an impact upon the team.
Robinson's county side Sussex have released a statement of their own this morning. It says there is simply no place for discrimination of any kind in cricket or anywhere else. We're committed to making cricket in Sussex a game for everyone, so it goes without saying that we were beyond disappointed to read these tweets when they were brought to our attention today. Their content was wholly unacceptable. We're pleased that Ollie has apologised unreservedly and taking responsibility for a significant mistake that he made as a teenager. His age does not excuse the content of these tweets in any way, and he will now suffer the consequences of his actions. In the years since the tweets were posted, Ollie has matured hugely. The Ollie Robinson we know at Sussex is very different from the young man that sent these tweets. We know he recognises the severity of the situation and that he is devastated that what should have been a proud day has been overshadowed in this manner. We also know that Ollie will learn some very important lessons from this experience. We will be here to offer any support Ollie needs during that process. And this is what the Professional Cricketers Association have said today following historical tweets from England and Sussex cricketer Ollie Robinson. The PCA reiterates that it does not condone any discriminatory behaviour and is committed to educating members on all forms of discrimination. Since these tweets were posted, Ollie has received specific workshops and education to challenge opinions and behaviours surrounding discrimination, and the PCA will continue to offer advice, guidance and support to Ollie. The PCA continues to work closely with the ECB, first-class counties and women's regional centres to remind its members of the requirements and behaviours demanded of a professional cricketer.